What's good, everybody in the 2K community? I have finally maxed out the best build I ever created in any 2K. Talking about since you can create a build pretty much from 2K10. Alright, this is the best build I ever made. It is a facilitating finisher, 6'9", 215 pounds. Yes, it's a small forward, but I play point guard for my Pro-Am team, and you know, point forward has always been my thing, and I always do myself as a point guard, regardless of whatever I make. So, for me, this is a 6'9", 215-pound point guard, and he can do everything I want him to do. Now, in building this player up, I built him to be able to guard any position, so there's nothing I can't guard. I have 28 defensive badges. But some things you just simply can't account for trying to guard. Like straight up, this guy I played against, I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all wonder why I played against this guy instead of the other guy that was up here, but this guy had a better record. I looked at the player cards before I hopped in and everything. This guy had a better record, more rep. But as you see on this first shot, it looked like he kind of aimed instead of shot with square. And I was a little confused by that. And I was like, that's a little different. You know, and then you see it again. Slightly late timing, but the aiming is green. You know, it's center, so it's excellent release. Yeah, I was sitting here watching this dude dribble. Like I said, it normally takes me a couple of possessions to figure out how somebody dribbles or whatnot, but this guy hit a fadeaway. Again, slightly late, but aiming center. Green. And before you know it, I realized I found something I couldn't guard. And I wasn't even mad. I'm thinking to myself, if this is a Zen, and somebody took a shooting guard and made a Zen out of it, I wasn't even mad. This is something I felt like if I'm truly a top-notch defender, you know, what I built this guy to be, then this is something I got to be able to overcome. Either I need to time my jump better or get more into him. But right now, the greatest build ever ain't looking so good. But the thing about creating the greatest build ever for me, it's more than just about playing defense or doing any one particular thing. This guy's the greatest build because I can do everything with him. I can shoot, pass, get to the rim, knock down the mid-range. I'm decent from the free throw line, so he can make free throws. And I can defend any single position. And if I truly have the greatest build, then me overcoming this 14-2 deficit should be nothing to me. You know, that's what it means to have the greatest build ever. Meaning, even when the odds are against you, no matter what the competition is, you should be able to step up and, you know, prove why you the best. So right there, I got him to miss. Aiming was right. So right there, that's when I figured out he was not using the Zen, and I don't want to make this seem like he was just using the Zen. Right there, I got a bad break, missed the dunk, and I got to try to defend this post fade again. Again, he shot from very deep, slightly left on the aiming, so whatever he's using to actually aim down with is pretty impressive that he found something that works for him. But what I noticed about the guy, like, even before the game started, I knew I could just get to the rim on this guy. I took a jump shot. One, it takes a second to find that time, but I took a jump shot just because I wanted to play some defense. And now that I've played enough defense, it's time to go ahead in this game. Like, this guy proved to me that he can score, which is great on his part, but like I said, part of being the best player is not just playing one side of the ball. So as great as this guy is offensively, he can hit the post fade, he can knock down open threes, he can shoot it from deep. This is his defense. So how could you ever consider yourself the best player if you only play one side of the ball? You know, for me, it doesn't matter who I'm going up against. It doesn't matter whether you feel like I got a bunch of moves or don't. I'm the best player because I'm gonna prove it through the way I play and by winning the game. Because that's what's more important at the end of the day, is just winning. You know, if you can consistently win, you put yourself in a category that a lot of people can't say that they did. You know, my percentage in 1v1 this year, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I probably won about 98% of my 1v1 games. I can only remember losing one time in 1v1 this year. And even that guy, you know, we split the 1v1. So I just happened to lose that one because they made me miss a dunk at the end, but that's 2K for you. But yeah, nonetheless, this is the greatest build I've ever made. 6'9", 215-pound point guard. As you see, even when playing against somebody who does something differently or is very effective at doing something else, I still can overcome it, you know, and find some way to win. And as I start to play more Pro-Am and get myself down how I want to play and put my teammates in a position to be successful, I can tell you right now that this guy is going to be a guy to lead us to possibly some playoffs. You know, I see this guy being a league MVP. I see this guy possibly even winning the title, finals MVP, in one of the great leagues that's out there. You know, that's why I kind of play. That's what I'm pushing for. And that's what I want to be known for. You know, being a great 1v1 player, being a great park player, being a great Pro-Am player. You know, when you think of all those modes, that's what you want to think of. So right here, anti-up is going on. I see this guy's player card. And I'm like, damn, I kind of like him because he looked like Klay Thompson. But if you pay close attention, the guy on the next spot was an Elite 1. You know, he's probably some type of guard or small forward or maybe even a 6'7" power forward, but he's Elite 1. I know for damn sure he has a good record. Now, it's a guy that's playing on the ones court right now. As you're going to see me look at all the different courts, because this is what I was doing. I went to all the different courts. But I eventually came back, and it was some guy already streaking on the ones court. Now, as you can see now, Klay Thompson's still there, and the Elite 1 is on the court. By the time the game ended, this Elite 1 got his ass whooped by this guy that was streaking on the 1v1 court. And from what I've seen, this guy looks like a pretty decent post scorer. You know, look, back him up, spin off of him, drop stepper, go up, ball game. And not only did he do that, but he knocked down jump shots and he played good defense. And he's been streaking since before I even got into the Indy-up court. As you can see, he just beat an Elite 1. So I'm thinking this got to be some type of legend or something. The way he just was bullying people on the court. Like he won a good like 5 or 6 games before I got there. And then he just knocked out the Elite 1 21-0. And he's only an All-Star 3. And I had to keep in mind that not everybody got the PS5 at the same time. Me, somebody who got it for a while, I could be a lot farther in rank if I played every minute of every day, but I can't do that. But nonetheless, this is a good chance to watch my player battle against somebody who's been streaking up and anti-up. Now, my goal for this game was to actually score 2 points against the guy, because the last 2 guys that this guy has beat, they didn't score a point. And if he's really this good of a pro scorer, you know, I expected him to do to me what he did to them. Even though I felt like I'm that guy, that's what I expected. So for me, if I scored 2 points, I was going to be happy with that. It takes my time to find my jump shot. You know, different modes have different skill levels. You know, Park is closer to All-Star, whereas, you know, Team Pro-Am is closer to Superstar. You know, depending on the modes you play, I'm pretty sure Andy Up is closer to like Pro or All-Star, just because of how easy I see people shoot. But it's like that for everybody, so the skill level is pretty much even. The difference between me using a point guard and me using this guy right here is, like I said, any position I can defend. So y'all saw me defend a guard who can shoot very well, but can I defend this post scorer who can has probably Hall of Fame drop stepper and all that. I'm pretty sure he's the power forward, so all his badges is pretty much Hall of Fame. And like I said, for me, it takes me a couple seconds to see what my opponent is going to do, but eventually, when you got the skill, you find some way to overcome. These are the same shots he was knocking down against everybody else, but against me, I'm a different animal. All right. Right now, I'm trying to get used to how I can dribble. I don't know if this guy has clamps or not. You know, all I know is he had a bunch of Hall of Fame finishing badges. That's what I do know. He had a good amount of shooting too, but you know, like I said, he's a power forward, so that's what I expect. Of course, he disrespects me, lets me shoot. I'd never blame people for doing that starting out, especially if I missed the first couple. But you gotta think, this is next gen. This is PS5. Everybody can shoot. You know, so there's only so many times you can keep leaving somebody open before they start knocking down jump shots. Like, let's be honest. This is not current gen with that bullshit where post scorers just run everything in 1v1. Like I said, my point guard can defend this post scoring, and all of a sudden I didn't show him the ability to shoot. So I'm just curious to see how he wants to defend me. You know, I didn't show him the jump shot, so now I feel confident that I can get around this guy, and it's not going to be too much trouble. As you can see right here, they don't let me jump. That's one thing 2K might need to fix, let people jump for some of these dunk and layup attempts. But nonetheless, he's up 10-5, but I'm clamping him up. You know, this is the same guy that was just posting up everybody else, spinning off, and you couldn't force him to pick the ball up or nothing. I'm clamping this guy up. And now that I didn't score more than 2 points, which was my goal, I'm going out here for the dub, man. Like, I typically, when it comes to like ante up and stuff, I don't play it only because I'm not big on gambling. But I am big on winning and proving that I can win. So, for me, this is no pressure. I'm down 14-5. The guy is showing me pretty much everything he had in his arsenal besides a jump shot. So at this point, if I stay disciplined and don't let him down to the paint, I'm good. He ain't really made no jump shots. All I gotta do is keep letting him shoot. See right here, he think he can guard me. I go right around him for the dunk. 14-7. And here's where it gets harder for him. Because you see him try to press up, but he don't have the speed to really guard me. Crossover, bring it back, cross over the other way, bucket. You know, like I said, I crossed him up one way, he kind of stuck with me, so I came back, crossed him the other way, bucket. You know, on his head. Here it is again. You see the dribble combination, get right around him, bucket. So at that point, you know what he's already thinking, like, let me step back a little bit. And you see him step back, but he's still too slow to turn around and keep up with me. So you know what you do at that point? Well, he ain't made no jump shot besides one. Let me back all the way up. Well, take that. Take that with you. That's how I feel about it. You know what he thinking? Oh, he got lucky. Well, take this again. Fuck you mean? And now with this takeover, it's time to put people in their place, man. So when I say I created the best build of all time, don't question my methods or what I mean. I mean, I have created the best build I could possibly make for me. And I encourage everybody to find a build for them moving forward. Don't try to create something your favorite YouTuber did. Find out what works for you and make that build the best. Lethal mindset, man. Catch you guys in the next video. I'm out.